The price for a detached home has gone down about 9% from this time last year. Now let's be realistic, a detached home is usually the end goal for many people trying to get into the market as if it's their dream home. Some people are lucky enough to get in it as their first home, but many people strive to get into that detached housing market. So is right now a good time to get yourself a detached home? What I want to do is kind of just break down the numbers and the stats of where these detached homes are currently at right now in Mississauga. I will also break down the monthly cost for these types of homes, and I will also give you a very good tip at the end, so stick around to see how you can make this detached home of yours more affordable. I'm Athar Jaffrey. I've been selling real estate in Mississauga and the GTA for more than 20 years, and my goal is really just to make the buying and selling process for you guys simple. So let's get right on into the numbers. Okay, so first thing that I want to show you guys is the sales volume by property type in Mississauga. And as you can see, 35% of the sales in Mississauga are detached homes. So that's 1/3 of all sales are detached homes. And in second place, we have condo apartments. And then in third, we have condo townhouses. But if we just focus on the detached home portion here, you'll see that most of the sales are between 1.25 and 1.5 at 192. But there are several options available or that's sold under that 1.25 mark at 157 to be exact, sales under 1.25, and this is all for detached homes. So a big chunk of the sales right now in Mississauga and probably will always be detached homes. Now what I want to show you guys is actually where the price has gone from this time last year. So in April of 2024, the average sale price was 1.428. And if we move it along all the way to the end, which is that by the end of April, it has come down to $1.3 million. So definitely on its way down. Here is just more stats that I'm going to go through with you guys. Some very helpful information here. And right here, month over month is down 8.5%. But year over year, as mentioned, it is down 9%. That is the median sale price. Transaction volume, we had 184 transactions for detached homes in Mississauga in April. Prior month was 165, so there's definitely more sales. But if you look from this time last year, so year over year, it is down 22%. The number of sales are down 22% for detached homes. The median list price has not changed much month over month, but if you look for year over year, it is down 3.9%. And here we have new listing volume. So selected month, there was 609 listings that came onto the market. Prior month was 565. Year over year, not much of a change, down by about 3%. 21% of these detached homes still sold above the list price in April, and year over year is down 13.6%. So that really just depends on how you price it, but it does show that when it's priced right or priced under value, buyers are going to jump on that for sure. Okay, and the last thing I want to show you guys is termination volume. How many listings have been terminated for detached homes in Mississauga? And just in 1 month, here you can see 253 detached homes were terminated. And that is simply because the seller obviously couldn't sell it. And more than likely, it was the price that they had listed it at. They probably relisted at the right price and maybe ended up selling it, or it's still currently listed and may sell soon. But terminations are up. And if you look at from this time last year, they are up 39%. That is a big number of terminated listings. So if we take that average detached home price number of $1.3 million, what is it actually going to cost you per month? Let's check it out. So we're going to look at what these detached homes will cost you per month. And we'll go with right at the average price of $1.3 million in Mississauga. Not that it matters about the location here, regardless. $1.3 million in Mississauga. We'll look at the 10% range. So 10 and 20%. At 10% with $130,000 down, your CMHC is 38.6, which will add to the loan amount. And 30-year amortization, you are looking at a monthly mortgage of $56.38. We're going with that 3.84 mortgage 5-year fixed rate that some lenders are offering, and this is for insured mortgages. You are at $5,638. If you look at 20%, you got $260,000 down. There's no CMHC insurance. You can still amortize over 30 years, 4.24%. Now you might be asking, why is that rate higher at 20%? Well, because the banks don't offer the best rates on the uninsured mortgages. Actually, the best rates that you get with the banks are the mortgages that are insured. So in this case, it's 4.24% for a 5-year fixed that some big 6 banks are offering, and you are at $5,088 per month. Now, this does not include your property tax, your insurance, your utilities, anything like that. This is strictly the mortgage. But remember I told you that you can do somewhat of a house hack? The best thing to do to make any house more affordable, especially detached homes and semi-detached homes, is to look for homes that have the rentable basement apartment. Try to keep it legal. It's obviously better if it's legal. I'm not here promoting non-legal registered basement apartments. I advise all my buyers that are looking for homes with basement apartments to make sure it is legal and registered with the city. You just don't want any issues. But if we take this $5,088 or $5,800 and let's say you have a 1-bedroom basement apartment in that detached home, you could easily rent it at $1,500 a month. That is a low number. It can be a lot more, up to $1,800, $1,900 sometimes, but we will go with $1,500 a month. So if you were buying with 20% down, you take $5,000, you minus $1,500, you're at $3,500 a month, and then you can add all your property tax and insurance and all that. But $3,500 a month to live in a detached home for your mortgage is really good. That's comparative to buying a condo apartment, 1, maybe 2-bedroom condo apartment. That's kind of where your mortgage would be. So in this case, if you're approved for a detached home, but you don't really want to spend that detached home money, the best tip I can give you is look for homes with basement apartments. And in Mississauga, in the Peel region, there are several options with basement apartments because the population growth is so much. Everybody wants that rental income. The city has even made it easy for you to register your basement apartments if you follow the specific guidelines, building code and bylaws. You know, the process for that has gotten a lot easier. So there's no shortage of homes that come with the basement apartments. Now, this is at the average of $1.3 million. You can find several detached homes in Mississauga with basement apartments, even cheaper than this. So I hope this kind of paints a better picture for you if you are looking for a detached home. There are several options out there. There's no shortage of inventory. And quite frankly, they're not selling super fast either. So if you are looking for a detached home or you know somebody else that is looking, maybe forward this video on to them and maybe you can help them as well. I've been helping buyers like you for over 20 years. There is a contact form below. Just fill it out with a little bit of information and either me or someone from my team will get back to you. You can also call me directly at 647-208-9724 if you want us to kind of make a plan together. Don't hesitate. So if you have any questions or you want me to hit another topic that maybe I haven't discussed yet, just drop a comment below. I'm Athar Jaffrey. I've been selling real estate in Mississauga and Toronto and the GTA for more than 20 years, and my goal is just to make the buying and selling process simple.